Alpha Strength CPA, complete review, more information video description link below this video. Home, health, sexual performance, medical community in shock, deadly white substance proven to be the cause of heart disease, stroke, and erectile dysfunction. Posted by Adam Armstrong, October 13, 2021. 1,351,528. Reader results. This approach has really worked well for me. There seems to be some very powerful effects to be gained from this unique combination of ingredients. I've definitely noticed my libido is higher, and I've got more going on down there since I started using them. Brian Johnson, 57, New York, New York. But there's good news. 3 Nobel Prize winning scientists discover antidote, an inert gas previously thought to be an atmospheric pollutant. Discovery shows that this gas is key to fixing all these problems safely, naturally, and without taking any dangerous drugs or giving up anything you love. Plus, related, silent epidemic that's hitting men over 40, bloating their waistline, crippling their confidence and sex drive, and harming sexual performance and satisfaction. Read this article carefully to discover. After several years of lackluster results using pills and several different supplements, I'm grateful to have read this interview. It's certainly a different strategy to improving male vitality than I've seen in the past, but it works. It's giving me my confidence back, and my wife and I now have a sex life again. I'll be sure to keep following the protocol. Bob Turner, 62, London. Our breakthrough discovery by 3 scientists that won them a Nobel Prize in 1998 is the key to improving your cardiovascular health and getting and maintaining steel-hard erections anytime you want or anytime your woman wants. 1. How blockages in arterial blood flow to the penis can lead to shrinkage for many men over 40 and why the solution is easier than you think. How an epidemic of low testosterone is causing men to suffer from low energy, low confidence, and poor sex drive, plus rapid weight gain, especially around the waist, a key indicator of a potential heart attack. 2 simple lifestyle hacks that are so quick and easy they almost feel like cheating that'll allow you to fully satisfy your woman in bed with erections so hard and reliable they'll bring tears to her eyes. Supercharge your confidence inside and outside of the bedroom, blow up your energy levels, helping you last much longer in bed and get more done in your day. 2. Day life. Achieve your ideal body weight and gain some muscle and strength if you want to, without giving up any of your favorite foods and without doing endless hours of boring cardio, and, ultimately, feel like a man again, no matter what your age, even if you're 55 plus, 30, 100 pounds overweight or more, and even if you feel like your best days were 20, 30 or even 40 years ago. At around 40 my performance started to suffer, and it created some frustration and awkwardness with my wife. Not being able to satisfy her really hurt my confidence. I'm pleased to say that's all changed now though, since I used the formula laid out so clearly right here. It's given me more desire, reliable performance, and my confidence back. Honestly, it's made me feel like man again. Greg Reed, 44, Chicago, trending in the US. Hey, it's Adam Armstrong here, co-founder of the New Alpha and creator of dozens of programs and formulas, including Better in Bed, Bedroom Boss and Rock Hard, that have helped millions of men to enjoy a more satisfying sex life with their women. In this article, I'm going to share with you a truly mind-blowing conversation I had with the other company, creator of Rock Hard, Go All Night and Longevity, Elwin Robinson. You see, when I was first looking for the solution to help all the clients I had, who had issues with erectile dysfunction, low testosterone, premature ejaculation and penis shrinkage, a real thing as you get older, I sought out the world's leading experts on erectile dysfunction. However, to be honest with you, I wasn't that impressed with what most of them had to say. A lot of them thought that it is inevitable, that there's nothing that can be done to prevent it, or fix it, or some of them said they could totally help, yet the things they were recommending were so radical, including massive changes in diet, exercise and lifestyle, that I knew this wasn't realistic for most of my clients, and I instinctively felt it wasn't necessary. After several of these frustrating interviews, where leading health experts told me how inevitable ED was for men, and how difficult it was to fix, I eventually interviewed world-renowned health expert Elwin Robinson. Elwin was the first expert I met who has a profound understanding that synthesizes both the ancient Eastern and modern Western perspective on sexual health. And his formulas have helped over 100,000 men to regain their libido and boost their sexual power and confidence. I hadn't heard from Elwin for a while, as he had been off traveling. You see, there's nothing Elwin enjoys more than traveling the world, seeking out the very best health stuff on the planet, whether it's going to the latest medical and nutrition conferences and seminars, going out to the middle of nowhere to work with herbalists to learn ancient techniques lost to the modern world, or spending time with scientists and chemists to discover cutting-edge science most of us won't hear about for another 10 or 20 years. However, Elwin's also very skeptical, and he'll thoroughly test something before he brings it to me, to make sure it really works. This is why I don't hear from him too often. So, when he called me one day, out of the blue, he immediately started telling me about a breakthrough discovery he'd made that he knew I was going to love. He said this discovery would answer all my questions and help everyone to get the result they wanted, even people who had not had success with rock hard so far. As you can imagine, I was very interested. Something told me this one was special, and I didn't want to miss a thing, so I recorded the whole call, and by the end, well, I was totally blown away. This changes everything I said. My readers are going to want to know about this, so, with Elwyn's permission, I transcribed a call and present it to you right here. What I learned from Elwyn in the interview totally changed my life and could do the same for you, so my advice is to read this all the way through and discover the mechanisms necessary to get an erection immediately and why so many of us struggle with this, how to add inches to the size of your penis when it's erect, the guaranteed way to get your testosterone up to optimal levels, all this with minimal effort or lifestyle change, and, best of all, every recommendation he made was backed up with numerous peer-reviewed, highly respected scientific studies, which he shared with me, and I've included all the links for you to back up every point he makes at the end of the article. So, without further delay, the transcript. So Elwyn, what have you discovered? The answer to the question. What is the true cause of erectile dysfunction and low testosterone in men that most people don't realize, and why is it only getting worse over time? This is the million-dollar question, because, without answering this, the solution I'm going to give you won't make sense, so here goes. Did you know that there's an innocent-looking white substance that's the ultimate mechanical cause of health issues like erectile dysfunction? Well, this substance is called plaque. Yep, that's right, the same stuff you get on your teeth, the stuff that causes tooth decay. Well, it turns out that plaque isn't just a dental thing. You can actually get a buildup of plaque throughout your body. Now, the thing is, plaque goes hand in hand with inflammation, and modern medical science now agrees that inflammation and plaque are the root causes of many diseases in the body. All what's this got to do with my penis? What is the true cause of erectile dysfunction and low testosterone in men that most people don't realize, and why is it only getting worse over time? This is the million-dollar question, because, without answering this, the solution I'm going to give you won't make sense, so here goes. Did you know that there's an innocent-looking white substance that's the ultimate mechanical cause of health issues like erectile dysfunction? Well, this substance is called plaque. Yep, that's right, the same stuff you get on your teeth, the stuff that causes tooth decay. Well, it turns out that plaque isn't just a dental thing. You can actually get a buildup of plaque throughout your body. Now, the thing is, plaque goes hand in hand with inflammation, and modern medical science now agrees that inflammation and plaque are the root causes of many diseases in the body. All what's this got to do with my penis? So, is this what those 3 Nobel Prize winning scientists discovered? Actually, no. You see, up until relatively recently, scientists weren't really sure what was causing erectile dysfunction. And they didn't know how to fix it. They thought they had an idea. But here's the thing. This same process that creates erectile dysfunction, over time, if it's not resolved, can easily lead to more serious issues like heart disease and stroke. And, because heart disease is the #1 killer in the US and the entire Western world, they were highly motivated to discover the cause of it. But they had the wrong idea. You see, a lot of the plaque that clogs up your arteries is made up out of fats, like cholesterol. So, they made the assumption that if people ate less animal foods like meat and dairy, which have high cholesterol, and consumed more vegetable oils, which have low cholesterol, then this problem would get better, meaning the inflammation and plaque would decrease, blood pressure would go down to normal levels, and blood flow could return to extremities like the penis, eliminating problems like erectile dysfunction. So, is this what those 3 Nobel Prize winning scientists discovered? Actually, no. You see, up until relatively recently, scientists weren't really sure what was causing erectile dysfunction. And they didn't know how to fix it. They thought they had an idea. But here's the thing. This same process that creates erectile dysfunction, over time, if it's not resolved, can easily lead to more serious issues like heart disease and stroke. And, because heart disease is the #1 killer in the US and the entire Western world, they were highly motivated to discover the cause of it. But they had the wrong idea. You see, a lot of the plaque that clogs up your arteries is made up out of fats, like cholesterol. So, they made the assumption that if people ate less animal foods like meat and dairy, which have high cholesterol, and consumed more vegetable oils, which have low cholesterol, then this problem would get better, meaning the inflammation and plaque would decrease, blood pressure would go down to normal levels, and blood flow could return to extremities like the penis, eliminating problems like erectile dysfunction. Is that why in the 1980s and 1990s I remember everyone was saying that things like meat, cheese and eggs were bad, and I should eat more vegetable oils like margarine? Exactly. But of course, it eventually became clear that not only didn't vegetable oils help to reduce arterial plaque, in many cases they actually made it worse, as well as leading to weight gain, and all kinds of other health problems. So the big breakthrough came in 1998, when 3 scientists won the Nobel Prize for proving that nitric oxide, which, up until then, they thought was just an inert, slightly toxic gas, was the key to resolving solving this whole puzzle. You see, what they discovered is that nitric oxide signals the smooth muscle cells in your blood vessels to relax, so that your vessels dilate and your blood flows more freely. This helps your arteries to regain their elasticity and stay free of plaque. In turn, this leads to increased microcirculation in genital tissues, which results in stronger erections and better sexual responsiveness via this nitric oxide mechanism. You see, the key is, as we get older, if we don't look after ourselves, not only do we get more rigid and inflexible. Imagine a pensioner trying to touch their toes, but so do our arteries, and that makes the buildup of plaque, and hence blockage, far more likely to happen. How did the scientists discover that nitric oxide made such a difference to the penis, specifically? Have you ever heard of the little blue pill? Well, that's basically how it works. If it works, it temporarily increases your body's nitric oxide, which forces blood flow into the penis. However, there are many drawbacks to the little blue pill, and its competitors. For starters, it increases nitric oxide in your body in a very artificial way. It's not natural or safe. This leads to inconsistent results. For many men, it works for a while, then it stops working. As is often the case with drugs, the effects are short-lived. The other big problem is that because the little blue pill is a drug, it has a lot of side effects. These can be relatively minor, like headaches and sickness, or very serious, like a priapism, an erection that lasts for hours, and usually has to be surgically made to go down with a big sharp needle, and can cause permanent damage to your penis, or even deadly, like heart disease and strokes. So, although the little blue pill can appear to be a simple solution, a magic bullet for erectile dysfunction, it's not very reliable, and the side effects are common, and can be terrible, ultimately, life-ending, too. So I'm definitely aware that the little blue pill and other drugs of its kind are a bad idea. But what do you suggest to increase nitric oxide safely, naturally, and without drugs? Well, just before I answer that, I've got to address one more thing. You know that, right now, we have an epidemic going on in the world, a health crisis, that almost no one is talking about. Have you noticed how many men these days are low in confidence and self-esteem, low on energy, and lacking drive, determination, ambition, and other manly qualities? Overweight, often with excess fat around their belly and chest, lacking muscle and strength. Well, as you know, these factors, as well as low sex drive and erectile dysfunction, are all signs of low testosterone. Now, this is relevant because there are two main factors that are causing this epidemic of erectile dysfunction in the USA and the modern developed world. The first we've already covered, plaque and inflammation in the arteries leading to the penis. But, let me ask you, do you have any idea where testosterone is made? In the testicles. That's correct. In fact, over 95% of your testosterone is made there. Now, let me ask you, if you have arteries clogged so badly that you're struggling to get and maintain a full erection anytime you want one, what effect do you think those clogged arteries will have on your testicles? Here's the reality. If your arteries and blood vessels are clogged, it means that blood, oxygen, and vital nutrients are not getting to your testicles either. At least not at the rate they should be, and the impact of that on testosterone production is devastating. You see, the buildup of plaque and inflammation literally causes your testicles to end up depleted of the key nutrients it needs to function correctly, and your testosterone production gets lower and lower, leaving you feeling demotivated, stressed, and low energy, as well as making it very easy to gain body fat and very difficult to gain muscle or strength. Wow, I hadn't heard that before. So you're saying the cause of low testosterone is the same as the cause of erectile dysfunction, plaque in the arteries? It's one major factor. But there's another, estrogen, specifically phyto and xenoestrogens, which basically means plant-based and man-made estrogens. So you're saying that in order to really get to the root cause of erectile dysfunction, poor health and low sexual confidence, you have to address both issues, the blood flow issue and the estrogen issue. Exactly. So, to sum it up, in order to resolve this issue safely, you have to naturally increase your body's nitric oxide production to keep your arteries and blood vessels elastic and youthful, so that blood gets to where it needs to go. For instance, your penis and testicles. Take safe and natural herbs which naturally stimulate testosterone production to counterbalance all the estrogen-producing substances that you don't have to change anything about your lifestyle. You can just take stuff to resolve this. Well, to be honest, this depends on how far along the road you are. If this issue is relatively new to you, there's a good chance that following the simple strategy I just said will be enough to feel a massive difference. However, to really resolve the problem, it's also ideal if you reduce the buildup of plaque and inflammation in your body and minimize your intake of estrogen-boosting substances. I ask you exactly what I need to do for that. I need to ask you one more thing. You see, all of this is great, but unfortunately most men don't want to hear about lifestyle changes and slowly fixing the root causes. They just want results, and they want them now. They want an erection today, tonight. They want to wake up with morning wood tomorrow morning, not next year. More information, video description link below this video.